Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another yap session with me, your boy, now with Six Drewski. Yeah, I'm currently banking off 2 hours of sleep. Last night, I went to sleep at like 6 o'clock a.m. and I woke up at like 9:30. And I had a class at like 11. So yeah, I'm kind of fucking tired. But I wanted to make a video to tell you guys a story of what I did during the spring break. Well, nothing really crazy happened besides me just like skating and shit. But we did go to a rave. Me and the homies, we went to a rave at like hella late, like at like around like 10. Like we went to a rave in SF at 10 p.m. And usually, like, I'm not really the type of person to go to raves and shit, but all the homies were down that day, so I was just like, fuck it, and we went, and it was a pretty good time. And back to what I said about why, or on how I don't like raves, or I'm not the type of person to go to raves, is because my first rave experience was like kind of bad, bro. It was not the best, and that's what today's video is gonna be about. It's gonna be about my first rave experience. So I was like 18 at the time. All right, I was 18, and it was like around November, and this rave is called Give Thanks. I know, right? Give Thanks. It sounds kind of corny, but I only went because at the time I was talking to this one girl who I met on Tinder, and she just fucking ghosted my ass. And she's also the girl that I fucking lost my virginity to. So I was just so heartbroken during this time, and I was like, fuck, bro, like I need to get some shit off my mind, bro. And the homie Sean, he's a little bit older than me at the time. He was like, fuck it, bro, like, Andrew, we're gonna go to a rave, bro. And honestly, shout out the homie Sean, bro, because he drove me to the rave. It was like in like Cal Expo, so it was pretty close to where I'm from. And like that shit was like $70, bro, and he paid for me to get in for my first rave experience. So I was like, all right, dude. And like, I don't know, it was kind of weird because like Sean's a little bit older than me. He was like probably like around his like 20s at the time, and I was still like freshly 18. So I'm just like, he like, we met up with some of his friends, and I'm like this little 18-year-old like hanging out with like a bunch of like 20-year-olds, and I'm just like hey, like I'm trying to fit in and shit. But we go to the rave, all right, and like this is like my first like ever experience, just like being around like a crowded room with music. Like I don't even go to like concerts and that. I've only been to like one concert my entire life. It's a hard rock, not the genre, but the rapper. It was actually pretty fun. I went with my homies, and so I'm not really, this is my first time like ever going to like a big like dance, festival or event or whatever. And like, I don't know, I'm just kind of awkward, I'm just like 18, I'm just like, yeah, like, I mean, I like EDM, like, I be listening to like, dubstep and fucking glitch hop and shit, but like, this is more of like house music, which is cool. House music is like sick, I fuck with it, but that's not like the type of EDM that I like really fuck with, I like that more like nerdy EDM. Like, any of y'all listen to Monster Cat, bro? That was my shit, bro. Pegboard Nerds, one of my favorite EDM bands. Comment down below who your favorite EDM artists are. Please do. I read all the comments. Anyways, I go there, and then like I'm just like flabbergasted, like, like there's fucking like these girls, they're just wearing like some fucking skimpy ass outfits and shit. I'm just like, damn, bro, it's like in the middle of November, like, are y'all not cold? Bugs. Like, y'all not cold or shit? But I realize why, because like as soon as you get into there, like dude, that shit gets hot and sweaty real fast. But I didn't. But that's besides the point. I was just like, I was completely sober at the time because I wasn't 21 and I couldn't buy drinks and I couldn't get drunk. So I was like, fuck, bro. Like I was thinking of fucking like popping a Molly. I saw like one of the homie Sean. I'm pretty sure his friends were like doing that shit, but I didn't want to because I was like, I don't know. I didn't want to do any of that shit. So, but I was just like walking around with the homie Sean, and I saw these guys, and they're smoking, and you know, weed and shit. Like that's some shit. I'm not what's the word? I'm not unfamiliar with. So I was like, all right, bro, like shit, like, and Sean just like, you know, just chops it up with these fools. And they're like, hey, bro, like, you trying to hit the shit? I was like, fuck yeah, I'm trying to hit that shit. And then I smoked the doob, you know. Big mistake, because when I get high, I get super paranoid and in my head, bro. And like I am like the least social. I always want to get in my comfort zone. So now imagine being like that, but now I'm at a rave with like a bunch of fucking strangers just dancing and shit. But I was still down bad. I was still sad, and I had a little bit of hope of like meeting some baddies at a rave. You know, it was my first rave experience, so I was a little hopeful. I was like, ooh, maybe I'll meet some baddies. So I went into the dance area, you know, and I was like, all right, we're dancing, you know, I'm dancing, you know. And then there's this one chick, and she was just like busting it down, bro, and she started twerking. I was like, okay, shawty. And then I was like, all right. And then she's like coming close to me. I was like, okay, bro, I'm about to catch some ass. Except I wasn't ready for that shit. And when she backed up into me, I fucking fell over, bro. I fucking fell over onto the ground, bro. And everyone was just dancing and shit. And I'm just like, fuck, bro. Like what the fuck, bro? Like I'm just on the ground, bro. Like this girl just backed into me, and I just fucking fell over, bro. And nobody fucking bothered to help me up. That was like the craziest thing to me. It's not because I fucking fell over from some girl twerking. It's that no one fucking bothered to help me up. I was like, damn. And I just fucking I just crawled over to the homie, and he was like, yo, shit, bro, you good, bro? And I was like, dog, like, just take me home, bro. Just take me home, bro. And that was my first rave experience, bro. And I haven't been to a rave until last week. I'm 23 now, and that I was 18 at the time. So it was like, what was that, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23? That was 5 years ago. And let me tell you, when I was at the rave, there was ass getting backed into me. And I was like, fuck that, bro. Not again. And you know what? I didn't fall over that time. I didn't fall over this time. And I had a great time. Anyways, short little video about my rave experience. Comment down below if you guys have a similar experience. Or comment your favorite EDM artist, like I said earlier. Or if not, go fuck yourself. All right, that's the video.